Artur Beterbiev, Marc Ramsay. Mark, how was training camp for this fight?
Very good, very good. A long and productive training camp. It was tough because we want to push Artur a lot to his maximum capacity, but it was a very good training camp.
Stylistically, what do you think of Alexander Gvozdyk?
He's a very good fighter. He's a very complete fighter. He's a decent puncher. I think he's physically stronger than what people think. Technically he's very good footwork, everything. Like he's a very global fighter.
Without giving the game plan away, we've seen in some of his fights he can be a little bit of a slow starter, very technical, read you for the first 2, 3, even 4 rounds. Stylistically, how does that match up with Artur? Because, we saw in his last fight, he has no problem going 12 rounds, and he has no problem keeping his power, knocking his last guy out. So what do you think of stylistically, how that looks?
Well, we have something in mind for this fight. For sure, I'm not going to expose this today, but we study Gvozdyk very well from A to Z, like every scenario. For a big fight like this, the most important is not to be surprised by nothing, not by the speed, not by the style, not by the power of an opponent. Make sure that we have all scenarios on her head and on her game plan, and I'm very positive with that fight Friday.
How hard is it? Everyone talks about his power. When you guys are training, a lot of fighters fall in love with their power. We saw Sergey Kovalev do it until it stopped happening, until he ran into your guy, Eliadir Alvarez, or even before with Andre Ward. The knockouts stopped happening. Mentally, how does Artur think of his power? Does he think of it as like a get-out-of-jail-free card, or does he not focus on it and just box?
But what helped me a lot in his case, it's the fact that he tried to reach perfection all the time. Like we all know perfection is impossible, but he really pushed every single aspect of boxing in the gym, and he's not focusing on only his power. He wants to be a good boxer, he wants to be good in defense, he wants to be good in offense, he wants to be a little bit more sophisticated as a fighter, and every single training he have to come out of that training and be better fighter. It's it simplify a lot my work in this aspect.
Now there's so much excitement in the light heavyweight division. We have Canelo fighting Kovalev. What do you think of that fight personally, stylistically?
It's a tough one. It's a very tough one. Like when you see the size of both guys, like I have a guy like almost the same size. Like I have David Lemieux, who's about the same size of Canelo, and I have also Eliadir Alvarez and Artur. Like the size difference is going to be huge, but a guy like Canelo, you can never evaluate him. Like he's a very good, complete fighter, physically strong for his weight. It's going to be a very interesting fight for boxing fans, no doubt.
We need a headline. We need Marc Ramsay says, who wins that fight?
Marc Ramsay said that Beterbiev is gonna win Friday night.
Right.
End of story. Right now, my focus is on that fight.
Right, and with your focus being on that, I have to ask you. Last week we saw Dmitry Bivol fight.
Yes.
Did you watch that fight, and
Yes.
what were your thoughts on his performance?
Well, he's good, but he's very equal from one fight to one fight. To me, he's a very mechanical fighter. He give always the very good performance. He don't have like underperform. Like he perform every fight, but always at the same level, same speed, same power. Everything is a copy from fight to fight, and I was expecting a good fight from him, and this is what he delivered.
Do you think Gvozdyk is the toughest fight for Beterbiev in the light heavyweight division right now?
Probably, yes.
Yeah.
I think he's the more complete fighter outside of Artur in that division, and I think this is the biggest challenge right now. Yes.
Can you give us any update on Eliadir Alvarez's next fight?
Right now, we have some talk to bring him back in January. We don't know the name of the opponent yet, but it's pretty clear right now he's going to fight in January.
And how about David Lemieux?
Lemieux is going to fight in Montreal the 7th of December. We have an opponent from Ukraine, another guy from Ukraine. His name is Mac Burzak. He fought a couple of good guys like Martin Murray and Gilberto Ramirez and guys like this. Very tough guy, never went down of his life. And this is the type of guy that we want for him, because we need somebody resistant to make sure that he's going to make a good first fight as super middleweight.
And last question, Triple G just fought a couple weeks ago. What did you think of his performance, and what do you think about a potential Lemieux rematch down the line?
We will see. Like every option is, we are open to every option with Lemieux right now. It can be Canelo, can be Triple G rematch, stuff like this. people talk a lot negative about that fight from Canelo, but people don't know Sergey Derevchenko. Like, I know him from amateur. He always was a very good fighter. He fought also on WSB, the semi-professional league in Europe. He was also very good. He did some work with David Lemieux in training camp when we fought Triple G. Actually, he was a sparring partner for that fight. And he's a very good technician. He's a very good fighter. People underestimate that guy.
Thank you so much for your time. Good luck Friday night.
Thank you.